Darren Bailey loved Christmas. He loved the snow, the carols, and most of all, the presents. Darren was 8 years old, with a mop of brown hair and a gap-toothed grin. He lived in a small town with his big sister Melinda and their parents. Melinda, at the ripe old age of 10, liked to think she was far too grown up for such childish excitement. Still, a twinkle in her eye always betrayed her when Darren talked about Santa. She had long, dark braids and a quick wit, always ready with a playful jab at her younger brother. Their parents, warm and kind, always made Christmas special. Their father worked hard, but at Christmas he was like a big kid himself. Their mother, with a heart as big as the sky, filled their home with love and the irresistible aroma of baking. The year was 1940. Times were tough, but the Baileys always found something to smile about, especially during the holidays. Christmas was a time for family, and the Baileys wouldn't have it any other way. December arrived in a flurry of snowflakes, blanketing their little town in white. The air, crisp and cold, carried the scent of pine and wood smoke. Christmas was just around the corner, and excitement hung in the air, as tangible as the snowflakes that landed on Darren's eyelashes. Melinda, ever practical, started making her list early. This year, she wanted a new set of paints, a book about famous women in history, and maybe, just maybe, a pair of those shiny new ice skates she'd seen at Mr. Johnson's general store. Darren, on the other hand, dreamt of adventure. He longed for a sled that could fly down Miller's Hill faster than a bolt of lightning, a compass to guide him on daring expeditions, and a Red Ryder BB gun, just like the one in the shop window. Their parents, though, always reminded them that Christmas wasn't just about presents. It was about spending time with loved ones, helping those in need, and remembering the true spirit of the season. One frosty Saturday, the Baileys bundled up in their warmest winter clothes, ready for their annual Christmas tree hunt. This year, their father promised they'd find the biggest, bushiest tree in the whole forest. Trudging through the snow, their breath forming white puffs in the frosty air, they searched and searched. Melinda, ever the observer, pointed out animal tracks and interesting birds. Darren, impatient, scampered ahead, eager to find their prize. Hours passed, and the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. Still, no perfect tree. Disappointment settled over Darren's face, and even Melinda couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness. Just when they were about to give up, Darren let out a yell. "Look! Over there!" He pointed towards a clearing where a magnificent fir tree stood, tall and proud, its branches laden with snow. The Baileys chopped down the tree together, their laughter echoing through the silent woods. Dragging it back home, they felt a sense of accomplishment, their cheeks rosy from the cold, and their hearts full of Christmas cheer. That night, the Baileys' living room transformed into a magical wonderland. The scent of pine filled the air, and Christmas carols crackled on the radio. Melinda and Darren worked tirelessly, stringing popcorn and cranberries, carefully placing their handmade ornaments on the branches. On Christmas Eve, the family gathered around the tree, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the lights. Their father read aloud from a Christmas carol, his voice warm and comforting. Their mother, her eyes sparkling, led them in singing carols. As the clock chimed midnight, Darren looked around at his family, his heart overflowing with love and gratitude. Christmas wasn't about the presents, he realized. It was about the people you shared it with. And in that moment, surrounded by the warmth of his family, Darren knew this was a Christmas he'd never forget.